What is up, everyone? Race Week Blog 1. Um, just about a week out from Clash Endurance Miami. Still fussing with the bike cockpit, as you can see. I'm going to be putting on the 51 Speed Shop arm pads, which I have used previously and I know are comfortable. And I'm going to try to sort out what I'm going to have to use, I think, as a BTA, if I can even get that mounted there. The difficulty has been that because of the way the cockpit is designed, I have not found, my old BTA does not mount with the computer mount and the BTA, and then it just doesn't mount tightly or properly. So the design is preventing that. I'm assuming I'm going to find that with any of the BTAs I buy, but I'm going to try to find a solution to mount a bottle cage between my arms, so I can at least have another bottle, because in the frame I think we'll have the aero bottle. I'm not sure yet. It's designed to have the aero bottle to make it the fastest, but if I can't get a BTA, I'm gonna have to run 2 bottle cages in the frame, which is not ideal, because I want to stay in the aero position as much as possible, and a BTA allows you to do that. So to have to reach down or move out of that position in any way, it's going to affect, sometime. I have been having, clavicle and shoulder pain, and I think it's due to how the bars are separated and the height of the bars, being so tall. They're not allowing me to get into kind of like the triangle I like to get with my hands high. So I think it's causing a lot of discomfort. And there's no way to change it. The cockpit only adjusts back and forth, and there's no way to train the bars in, and of course there's no way to increase the height of the bars. So a lot of times when I'm out riding on training rides, especially longer ones, my hands are really on the blip clicks. They're like I'm on the pinkies. So, not overall impressed with the cockpit. The rest of the bike, I am impressed with the tire repair kit and all that stuff. Although I hear that rattling down there, that's probably the way I packed it. The components that I added to it that are not stock are outstanding. The 54 front chain ring is awesome. And the integrated bento box is awesome as well. So, I mean, that's probably going to be enough about the bike. Super frustrated with the cockpit. There are no solutions for me as available to some of the others. So what I'm going to do is, and I've been in contact with a company who's working on a solution, and I'm assuming it's because they've received requests in Europe for a solution to adapt their cockpit. So I'm going to wait for that solution to occur. And I'm going to replace the whole cockpit. Otherwise, this bike won't work for me. And so rather than return it, um, change all my kits and do all that stuff, just because of the sheer frustration I feel with the support, maybe at higher levels. Um, you know, I'm gonna change the cockpit, and hopefully that solves the problem. Um, because the more I look at it, it's just the separation of the bars. And this bike is gonna be good for, you know, 85% of the age group rider. But for someone who competes at a high professional level, at a professional level, at a high level, wants the most precise bike fit, um, you're probably going to be changing the cockpit like everyone else. If you look across the taller riders riding this bike, you're going to be changing the cockpit. And that's not semantics, or that's just what it is. And it's the same thing as with the last model speed concept. The mono bar was not good. I changed that with the mono plug-in, which was available. I put which I have over there, I had with the 51 Speed Shop bars in there. They were tall enough. It was perfect. I could train them in to bring my hands into a better triangle. On the last bike, I never had this discomfort in my shoulders. And I've tried every which way. I've raised the height of the cockpit riser, the towers. I've changed the angle of the saddle. I've moved the saddle. And this is all after 2 bike fits. And the second one was very technology focused with the mapping and all that. So the bike's set up how it should be, but we came to the conclusion that I'm never going to be 100% comfortable until this cockpit is sorted. And obviously the cockpit is an important aspect of a time trial bike, because that's where you're at almost 100% of the time. So I'm still sorting that out. What I have on, yesterday I did an 80-mile training run, and that was into the wind. So I was going east, and I maintained in the wind about 20 miles an hour, and it was probably about 10 to 15 miles an hour, which was difficult. But, I was able to maintain that 20, 21 miles an hour going out, just kind of not applying any real power. But coming back, the wind had died down, so the tailwind I was wanting didn't transpire. So coming back, I actually picked that speed up. I was about 22 and a half, 23, 24, 25 miles an hour. And then I was doing kind of these race surges coming back. So I had a couple 12-minute, 13-minute 5 miles in there. And today the legs feel good. Yesterday I took a run day off. It was scheduled. Today we have an hour run and a 3-hour bike. So I'm going to fuss around with the cockpit. Try to get... I'm going to take a spacer out that I put in yesterday in the towers, because it doesn't matter the height of the bars. Towers. So I'm going to fuss around with the bike. I'm going to do a couple more of these vlogs going into Miami. And really we're down to the final, kind of training focus hours. I'm going to do my workout today, and then I'm going to go to Claremont to some triathlon shops, and I'm just going to buy some BTA systems and trial and error and return them. Because that's all I can do at this point. Just because I have to solve this problem, and I always have to solve it myself. So that's Saturday for me. And then tomorrow I'll do another one of these vlogs, and I'll do them each day as I go into Miami. And then I'll be in Miami doing them. So make sure that you like the video and subscribe. I'm just going to do this one from my phone for now. And then if you have the new speed concept and you're tall, drop a comment down below on what your solution has been for maybe the cockpit. Or maybe you've used these shorter bars, but I doubt it. So drop a comment down below. Or if you don't have the BTA, what was your BTA solution and computer mount, etc. And I know that some of the BTAs can get the computer mount on there, but I like a streamlined front end because that's the first, part of, turbulent resistance or whatever. So you want everything to be smooth and aerodynamic, and so that's what I've been trying to solve. So that's it for me. More coming at you as we go into Clash Endurance Miami. I'm out.